Right then, guys. We last left it off after we won this Apex MRS, and because we got 75% of the game done, we got this 787B race car, which we're going to use now. My normal stuff will do the tuning. Turbo, can it have? No, stage 1 turbo. Put that in the car. Should have everything else on it. Yeah, so far. Just the tyres then. Some racing ones. Super hard race tyres means I shouldn't have to use the pits to change my tyres, hopefully. So we'll use those super hard racing tyres. Can't lightweight the car anymore because it's already light as it is. So we'll go race. We should now be able to be competitive enough to do, yeah, Gran Turismo All Stars. And I have a feeling that my closest competition will be the R390 and a Toyota GT1. Okay, it's actually giving me different competition. So I've got a 787B GT1 race car. Those two should be my competition, but I'm not sure about the Esprit. The Esprit is going to be fast, and that GT40 is going to be quick as well. I think that's the Jag gone. Used far too much power. We might have rescued it though. I saw one off road there completely. The back of the pack's already breaking up, which is good for me. Just as long as I can catch this other 787B race car up and overtake it by the end of 15 laps. Which we should be able to. I'm just trying to get my tyres to warm up quickly. That's going to be a challenge, this is. Oops. Not meant to do that. I was not meant to do that, but hopefully that gives a bit of a breathing room and a bit of time to catch up the other 787B. We should be able to catch this at the 787B race car up. I got a funny feeling they ain't got super hard tyres onto their tyres. Should wear out quicker. Nine seconds. There goes the Esperanto. There goes the Jaguar. Bunny hops for the Espero. It's not going to help me any good though. I'm just hoping that 787B is going to pit soon. Well, there goes the Toyota. One of my rivals has pitted. Oh, its tyres are definitely wearing out because we're catching it up like nothing now. It's probably the first time we've seen that other 787B, apart from when it pops up on the screen in the entire race. But having one of the fastest cars in the game start on top of the grid isn't good. Let's use a friendly Gran Turismo nudge out of the way there. Puts us on top spot. All we got to do is just be able to keep ahead of the 787B for a couple of laps. We might get lucky. He might even decide to go into the pits at some point, and if he does, we're on a home stretch because we're probably 20 seconds ahead of that Toyota. I believe it's the Toyota in second. I could be wrong, it could be the Jaguar. But that GT40 race car hasn't pitted yet, I believe. So that's got to pit as well, yeah. So judging on the tyre length for that other 787B, if I've got super hard, he's probably got hard tyres. They've got a little bit of better grip, but they don't last as long as super hard. Which is probably where my tyres come in handy for life expectancy. There we are. We are pulling away. We should be all right, as long as I don't make any major screw ups, like if I spin out on the corkscrew or something, because that would be bad. All you GT fans know where the corkscrew is on this track. Famous for it. A lot of people wipe out. And I like some of the AI fails that happen in Gran Turismo 2 there as well. They take forever for some reason, some of them to get back up and going. There we are. Home stretch, home free. Last couple of laps. We shouldn't have to worry. Like I said, as long as we don't make any major screw-ups, we should be fine. My tyres are only on yellow stage. We've only got two laps left to go. This one and the last lap. By the time we get there, we should. Wow. 22 seconds ahead. How long are we going to be when he passes the first section checkpoint? I've just gone by section 2s. There we are, 25 seconds. God, yes, the Esperante's pitted again. It's twice that Esperante's pitted on one track. That GT40 hasn't even pitted yet. I'm a bit worried about that GT40, to be honest. Oh, that's the GT40 there. And we'll go overlap GT40 race car. So I'm guessing the Esperante's 2 laps, the GT40 is going to be 1 lap, and everything else is going to be seconds. So the Jag has pitted again. There we go. Track 1 finished. Just give you the standings. So there we are. So it's going to be 7A, 7B, Toyota, Jaguar, GT40, and Esperante is the way I think it's going to finish for the rest of the tracks. In the exact order. I shall see you guys on the next track. I'm just going to skip all the loading bits for you. Welcome back on track 2, Deep Forest Raceway. Asprey does not get a fast start at all. Oh, I just got hit by the other 787B race car then. So it's flying. I'm not sure how much power that Toyota's got under its hood. But it is absolutely flying. I know they're in the same stage of frigging race class. But come on. I'm assuming that Toyota's been tuned. Which is going to be a problem on test course. Because that Toyota has got a hell of a lot of power. I just completely copied then what the Toyota did. It seems like we're starting to pull away from this Toyota a little bit. But I just wonder if we set off with too much power. It's probably going to have to pit early. Oh, there goes the XJ220, the Esperanti. So the GT40 is going to overtake them both. So that puts the GT40 in 4th place. There goes the GT1. I'm not worry about that. That puts the 787 being second. I've got a 9-second advantage over him. Let's see if we can catch up any of these and overlap them. Oh, I'm not meant to hit the car. That's Esperante is overlapped. Jaguar's not driving very well. That's the Jag overlapped. I wasn't meant to use the car to get around the corner. Oh, let's just take the GT40 out of the way, shall we? And that's the GT40 overlap. I'm not sure which out of the 4 cars it's going to give us. I'm not even sure what 4 cars are up for grab. We shall find out after the 10 races. Good. So I would have done 2 races by the end of this, so we have 8 more to go. At the minute, we are 20 seconds ahead of that other 787B race car. Toyota's hot on its heels. That 787B race car will probably pit. There we go, just as I say. So that puts the Toyota 25 seconds behind us. Yeah, it's impossible to tell how well the computers are going to do. You never know if they're tuned. You don't know whether they've got tyres on. It's all about trying to give yourself the best setup to get rid of the CPU competition. I mean, there are tracks where I do struggle with. There are going to be tracks I do struggle with. My main problem, though, is going to be when I hit the Formula 1 GT. If I haven't got a Polizzi 001 or a 002, I'm going to struggle. I mean, I could probably do it with one of the other cars I've got. You know, whack it all the way up, tune it all the way up, give myself the best possible outcome with speed. I mean, if I get some probably like the T8 and just whack it all in there, I could probably get a high top speed. One that'll definitely be, I'll be able to beat the Polizonese with. But it's also going to be the turning aspect. So Toyota's a long car. Toyota GT1's probably one of the longest race cars I've ever seen. Ever. I mean, the distance of the front wheels to the back wheels is probably about the length of the 787B, without including its rear wing. Well, there goes the Jag again. Oh, and the Esprit's gone in. And the GT40. Wow. So the GT40 managed, I'm going to have as a guess, he managed 13 laps. He might have ticked over to 40 when he turned into his pit station to get his tyres. But I assumed he'll last 13 laps. This is going to be a bad lap for me, lap 15. Oh my, okay, wow, okay. The Toyota's pitted for a second time, and if that's the 787B coming up, which I think it is, it's blistering by. I will get to the first checkpoint before I end up completing the lap. Yeah, okay. So the Toyota obviously made the mistake. I'll show you the standings of that track. There we go, 787B, GT1 race car, XJ220 race car, an Esperante GTR1, and then the GT40 race car at the bottom. I'll see you on the next track, guys. Welcome back onto the third track, Midfield Raceway Reversed. That's going to be a high-speed track, this is. Yeah, it's possibly going to struggle with this one. Don't think I'm close enough to draft. Oh, that's not going to help me. Alright, let's try to start catching these two. Oh, the tires are heated up now. Don't want to be doing that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Seconds ahead, no. Knew I was going to struggle on midfield. Knew I was going to struggle. Midfield's not one of my favourite tracks. I find it quite hard. It's such a fast track. If you've got your setup wrong, you're going to lose. Which I think I've got my setup wrong for the car. At least I know cars are starting to pit. Not the ones I want. I think we're going to have to settle with third on this one, guys. GT1 to 20 seconds ahead. Unless tyres start degrading quick. We ain't even got a chance. 20 seconds. There goes to J220. GT1. It's a race against time. No, no, no. Come off the dirt. It's a race now. It's a race. Catch up as much as I possibly can. And someone's got to pit again. And I know I've got a 7.8. 787 race car to catch up now. Alright, so that's the 787B passed. I'm banking on the stereo to pit in again. Come on, come on, come on. I think we may be getting second here, guys. Oh, I think we might have just picked it. Go, go, go. Come on, come on. Whew, that was a close battle, that one was, guys. Oh, standings for that track. This is 787B second, GT1 third, Esperante 4, Jaguar XJ2 25th, and the GT40 6th. So it looks like there's going to be a bit of a battle between 4th, 5th, and 6th. I shall see you on the next track, guys. Welcome back to track 4. Test course. How boring this is gonna be. Now I definitely am going to struggle here because the Toyota has got way more power. This is going to be a bad track. Yeah, so if you guys would like to skip about 15 minutes of video, so you're not sat here just watching car go around the track, 15 laps, 15 minutes should bring you up to about maybe like 14, if not, hopefully the end. Just thank God I'm not the GT40. I do know the faster you go, the quicker your tyres degrade, so... See, normally my tyres would still be pretty blue by lap 3, but because we're pushing the car so hard, the tyres are degrading quick. But I know I ain't not got a chance of beating that Toyota. That Toyota's probably pulling close to 400 kilometers an hour. Oh, past that other Mazda 787B. Probably looking about third on this track, I would imagine. "33 seconds that Toyota's ahead. Wow. So that Toyota's got a far higher top range speed. But it definitely hasn't got the turning capability. Yeah, 41 seconds ahead, that Toyota is. Absolutely crazy. I knew it was a track I was going to struggle on. Because I know that Toyota's got a lot of speed, but I'm not sure how much it actually had under its hood. We are pulling away from that other 787B though, at least. Right, so the GT1 has finally pitted. at the 10-minute interval. But it's going to be out before I even start this corner. That goes the Esperante. That's one I can definitely overtake. The XJ220 wasn't a problem. Might be getting second on this one, guys. I'm not 100% sure though. I do apologise for the horrible sound of the car. Just hopefully it doesn't look like that Esperante is catching up quick enough. It looks like we'll be able to take away the Esperante off the table. The main thing is the 787B when that pits, we'll be on second all on our own. So at the minute, it's that 787B that's behind us. Esperante, Jaguar, GT40, and then that counter that's catching everybody up, it'll be the Toyota. "43 seconds ahead. Crikey. And once we've got a faster straight line speed car, a bit like the Toyota, possibly the R390 if I get that, we shall be coming back just for the test course. Hopefully just for the test course, and we shall get it first place to continue with our gold trophy Right. Welcome back, you guys. After 15 minutes, we've skipped 15 minutes of the video. You joined us on lap 9. We're not far from going on to lap 10. Up to you if you want to continue watching from here or skip another 5 minutes. And we'll see you back in about 21, at about the total 21 minutes past on the track. So yes, hopefully that 787 will pit soon, and then we shouldn't have too much of a problem. So I think I'm far enough away now so the 787B can't slipstream me. We'll have a look back in a minute, see if we can see how close he actually is. Now look back on corners, because stupid. Yeah, we can barely even see his car. So yeah, he's definitely too far back for being able to draft me. Wow, a minute. 1 whole minute. Wow. We better hope this Toyota pits again, otherwise he's going to end up overlapping us. Wait, 7, 8. Probably on 8 still. Oh, thank God it's putting in again. So we shouldn't get overlapped again. Thank God for that. Get over. Yeah, definitely going to be second on this one, guys. Welcome back to the people who skipped 5 minutes, get to 21 minutes total on the track. As you can see, lap 12, second place now, again. It has pitted again, so we're not going to be overlapped. Still a good minute 3 seconds ahead though. Oh, 55 on that one. He probably was just building up speed, so by the time we get to the next checkpoint, probably be over a minute. Everyone has pitted so far except for the 787B race car behind me. So I'm just hoping that I don't have a massive crash, because that really would put me to the maybe even 4. Ah, 787B is finally pitted. So we're definitely on second here, guys. Should be alright. Definitely not going to overlap anybody. I don't think I'm even going to catch up this GT40 to overlap. I can't use it. Oh, there goes the XJ220 again. Test course. Track. I hate it because it's so boring. It's nice as a track filler for a couple of laps, but not when you're racing around for 15 laps. Especially when you got the hoo-ha of a car that's going to be faster than you in straight line speeds. Thank God I'm not that GT40. Feels like it's really struggling. There we go, after nearly 27 minutes, guys. We get there. Unfortunately, we got second on that track. Track 5, guys. Apricot Hill Raceway. Hopefully we don't have any more problems. So that test course track we just did, that was not fair because it had high power. That's not going to help. Going off road. Come on, back on the course. Come on. Back on the course. Hopefully we should be alright with this course. I mean, it's quite twisty. I mean, sometimes the computer doesn't take the corners to its best capability. So we should be alright. I'm just hoping that 787B can hold the Toyota. Should be right on this track now. I mean, I'm only 3 seconds behind. Oh, Toyota. So yeah, that Toyota's got a lot of power under its hood. Oh, that was a nice corner, that was. Brought me right back with the Toyota. Oh, there goes the Jaguar. What else is going in? There goes the Esperante. So we're actually in first on this track before the main two competition have actually pitted for a change. So that's good for us. I do like Apricot Hill Raceway. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know this about Gran Turismo already, there's a test in Gran Turismo 2 about Apricot Hill Raceway. It's also known, I think it was known as Palm Spring originally before they changed it to Apricot Hill Raceway. The license test name is still there. They didn't change the license test name, but they just changed the track name whenever you were doing a race on it. Fun fact. So as we race around Apricot Hill Raceway, we should, in essence, keep above the Toyota and the Mazda 787B race car. I wasn't watching. I suppose the Toyota had pitted, but I wasn't really paying attention. I'm just going to keep above the 787B now. Because that's going to be the next car that's going to put, I reckon, the 787B. So we've already had the Jaguar and the Esperante, Toyota. Next should be the 787B. Then possibly the Jag and the Esperante again. So yeah, we're definitely going to be able to get this track done pretty easily, to be honest. Apricot Hill Raceway is one of my favourite tracks. Easter egg, I'm not sure if it's in this one, but I know it's in Gran Turismo 4. If you do the track backwards and stop at the second corner, you'll notice smoke appear from behind the bandstands. Now, I'm not sure what it's due to, but it insinuates that there might be a fire going on behind. Just a little Easter egg that the guys from Polythony Digital have decided to add in there. You don't get many Easter eggs in racing games, to be honest. Not decent ones anyway. I mean, majority of them are design changes for you people living in the America. You people on the United States. You know? Because your car logos change depending on branding names and stuff. I mean, we get different ones over here in Europe than you do in America. Some of the car sponsors and sponsorships and logos have changed. Biggest one to note, I think, is that the Toyota. I don't think Esso's on in the America. I think it's something else in America. Just that Esso's on the PAL version. Now over here in Europe. And I think, depending on the country as well, some of the cars are different. Because I know in Gran Turismo 2, we get things like Vauxhall, Hondas, and all your normal manufacturers. America, they get Acura in America, where us guys in the Europe don't get Acura because it's an American manufacturer mainly. Similar to Honda anyway. I mean, with the Integras, the NSXs, and that sort of stuff. And I believe the people in Germany, they don't get Vauxhall, they get Opel, I think.
which is similar to Vauxhall anyway, with the Tigras. The instead of it being the Vauxhall VXT20, it'll be an Opel Speedster. You got your Opel Calibra touring car, not Calibra, Calibra, and your Opel Astral touring car, all that sort of stuff. We don't get all these other manufacturers until we become in Gran Turismo 3. We get Acura, we get Opel, we'll get all the manufacturers, and then when it gets to GT4, you just get a whole load of all new manufacturers. You know, your Chapel, your 2J race cars, you've got your Pascalado race cars, the Judd. You've got all the some older ones from your normal manufacturers like your Toyotas and your Nissans. You know, the R92 CP race car from Nissan, the Minolta from Toyota. You get all sorts of manufacturers in 4. But to me, I think 3 is my favourite. I mean, it's simple. All the tracks are there. You get a nice selection of cars. I mean, some cars aren't even in the manufacturers that you can get, which is a nice bonus. I mean, I know in Toyota you can't get the Astra touring car. You can't buy that. You can't see that for sale. And I know that you can't get the Honda SR S2000 LM race car. I know they're not for sale in the dealership. So you do get some cars that aren't even available in the dealership. It's going to be quite tricky to do some of these. I mean, when you've got to think about some of these cars that aren't in the dealership. Are you going to have a car that's quick enough to get round? Are you going to have a car that's going to be able to beat them? That's where you've got to go to the tune shop. You know, is it worth sticking all the upgrades on it? You know, which is why professional league I don't really like professional league. So now I have to spend a lot of money putting tune-ups on. I mean, luckily this only cost 5,000 to put the upgrade on this car. So far, so good. I mean, we're not driving the best, but we haven't really struggled on Apricot Hill Raceway. So far, so good. I mean, we've only technically lost one track, test course. It's only because that Toyota has way more power than the 787B race car. It was I looked at the replay as we were clocking 352 kilometers an hour as our top speed before it went backwards. That Toyota was clocking 393 kilometers an hour before it ended up going too hard and ends up dropping back down again. That Esprit was pulling 360, hence why that managed to overtake us. Jaguar was pulling 353, but it was dropping down into the 30s, 330 odd. The GT40 was only pulling 334 kilometers an hour before that ended up dropping down again in speed. So even though the GT40 is an old race car, 69 I believe, do correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 69. It might have been an old, it might be an old car, but it's certainly still quick, and I believe it would have been relatively fast back in the day as well. Here we go, track 5 finish, guys. Welcome back to track 6, Rome Circuit. Oh, that's not going to do us any well. Jeez. Alright, we've got a bit of a gap to catch up now. We're about 8 seconds behind that 787B race car. So we've got a bit of a challenge to do now. Plus I need my tyres to heat up as well. Got to get the tyres to heat up as well. Hopefully though we can last all, like we have been on most of the tracks so far, last all 15 laps with one set of tyres. So, GT40 is our first opponent to overtake. Next, got to overtake that GT40 again. Go on. GT40. It's our next opponent. It's the Esperante. Let's take a look at the Esperante. That's the Esperante. Next on our list is the Jaguar XJ220 race car, which also, I believe, you can't actually buy that in the dealership. I think that's another one that you can't buy in the dealership, the actual race car version. I think you can buy the road car, but you can't buy the race car. Now I've got to catch up to 2 quickens at Toyota. And the Mazda 787B. If we can. We should be able to, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. If we can catch them all, that'll be good for us. There we go. So he's 13 seconds ahead of us. we should be able to catch quite quickly. Just gotta make sure that we be gentle with the car, and hopefully be able to get round it, of course. Oh, we're catching the 787B up nicely. It's good for us if we catch the 787B up nicely. That way. There he is. That way, when we get going, and start getting close to that Toyota, that 787B shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, that was a beautiful corner. That was beautiful. We are catching the 787B up nicely. Not what I wanted to do. Again, 14 seconds ahead. I think I have the advantages because my tyres have warmed up now. Their tyres are degrading as mine will stay alive for a bit. That's why they're running into the walls. Or scraping alongside the walls, but more or less, should I say. And that's the GT1 in. Hopefully we can overtake the 787B race car now. There goes your J220. Esperante. I don't think the GT40 will pit. I think that'll go a few more laps yet, personally. So judging by the Toyota's already pitted once, I think it'll pit again, so we shouldn't really have to worry too much about the Toyota. The 787B will pit, so I ain't got to worry about that. So we should be alright as long as we don't have a major mistake like we did on the first lap. Hopefully we should be able to catch up some of these other ones. Hopefully. Didn't want my back end to do that. That's never a good thing to do in a car. Right, Toyota. That's that. 787B will pit. I'm not sure what lap. And I know the Toyota will definitely pit again. I think I'm pulling away from the Toyota now. Hopefully about 2 seconds ahead. Yeah, 2 seconds ahead. I am really bad at that corner. Let's go around this. Use that as my buffer to slow the Toyota down, hopefully. Wrong button. 787B's gone in. Just hopefully that Toyota's going to go in again. So, I ain't got nothing to worry about. Come in, Jaguar. Let's overlap you. Let's overlap the Jaguar. Looks like Jaguar needs fresh tyres already. Pretty sure I only pitted a few laps ago. So I'm thinking the Toyota will end up hitting this lap, to be honest. Well, I'm thinking the Toyota will pick this lap. Because it is dropping back considerably. Five seconds. I don't think the Master Sony race car is close enough to overtake it. I don't think it's close. It's still going. Okay. Okay, so it's definitely going for it. May end up pitting on this lap. Lap 16. Lap 13, 16, 13, sorry. Lap 13. There we go, that's very good. Not going to be my best lap. Well, there we go. GT1 race car. That's it now, as long as I don't have a massive setback. Should be alright. Esperante. Gone in the pits again. So Esperante to the back of the pack. Oh, I did a Jaguar there, but it wasn't as bad. There we go. Clock on to the last lap. Toyota still second. It's gonna be on equal points, I believe. The Master Sony 7B after this race. Wasn't on equal points already. There goes the J220 again. Okay, one more corner. And that's Rome Circuit finished. Yes, sir, Rome Circuit finished. Okay, that was by far my worst lap. I shall see you guys on track 7. Okay, guys, welcome to race 7. Seattle Circuit reverse. I think they only kept Seattle wrong because they had a Seattle short in Gran Turismo 2. Just don't get me wrong, it was a good track and all, but they didn't keep it in any of the Gran Turismos. As the play of this, Gran Turismo 7 has only just been released. Let me know, your thoughts on Gran Turismo 7, you guys, if it's any good or not. I mean, is there any tracks that have made a return from the older Gran Turismos? I mean, not like tracks from GT6, I'm talking like GT2, GT3, Is there, Special Stage Route 11, Grindelwald, Red Rock Valley, them sort of tracks? And, is there any, new tracks in there that you like, Let us know what you think of Gran Turismo 7. Looks really good. I mean, I've seen a couple of trailers of it. I mean, it looks really good. Oh. I've got a real task on my hands now. It's not good because Toyota's actually in the lead. Alright. "16 seconds. Thanks a lot, guys." This could be a challenge now. This might be another track we don't win, guys. the Esperante. Drag. There they are, Esperante and the Jaguar. That's Esperante. Next on our list, Mazda 787B. So definitely another one I think we're losing, guys. If that brings some of it back. Hopefully, might get lucky enough. Might be able to overtake them. Not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Let's go slam down. Just hopefully we can get there. We can sort of try and smooth the gap down a bit. The train track that always makes your car bounce. It's a nice addition to a track, don't get me wrong. But it always makes your car bounce. I'm hoping we can do this. That 787B car should have pitted by now. And it's stretching it out a little bit. Wow, I better slow down on my game there, I don't know why. That 787B needs to pit. I just said it's this Toyota before it gets too much of a lead. It's definitely another one we're losing here, guys. 21 seconds, great. Too much of a lead for me to actually make back if he goes for a pit. This could be another second place, guys. Alright, so we're definitely second. Another second place, guys. Unfortunately, that mess up on the start of the second lap just cost us because everybody decided to come and hit us. Welcome back to track 8, special stage route 11. Now, with it being a dark track at night, the track's going to be cool, so it's going to take longer for your tyres to heat up. Oh, it's backwards. That caught me by surprise. We're all struggling. Except for the Esperante. The Esperante's in the lead. Oh, nice. Oh, that was a good nudge from the other 787B race car. Friendly nudge from the Toyota there. Esperante nudged me. People are nudging me from everywhere. Now, have we got the power to outwipe that Toyota on the straights? That Toyota has a hell of a lot of power. There was no need to follow me. Don't want to be sandwiched between the car and a wall. Lots of tight corners on this track. It's going to be a battle. This Toyota just isn't leaving me alone. Come on. Try everything in my knowledge of Special State Route 11 to try and lose his Toyota. The power of the hood at Toyota is just immense. I'm hoping that we've got enough power just to keep above the Toyota for now. And as we're crossing the line for now, and then as it goes into its pits for its tyre change, we should be alright. Come on, we should be able to do this. Not often do I get to enjoy a night track with a bit of a challenge. I don't want to add any to the challenge. Right, so Toyota's got the advantage for this lap. I don't think its tyres are very good at the moment, to be honest. Oh, really? So the Mazda 787B now wants to play, does it? So competition from one, and now competition from the other. Not good. Although I probably would prefer the competition from the Mazda, to be honest. Hasn't got much power as a Toyota. Okay, we're getting there now. We're getting somewhere, guys. We are getting somewhere. Tyres are finally warmed up at the end of lap 5. So we're going to have good grip for a bit. Okay. So the Mazda 787B is the car behind us, Toyota behind that. honestly. As long as we don't get bumped from behind. Goes the Esperante. Really tricky to keep these fast power cars on the track without trying to spin out. So the reds try and build up too quickly. So as you drop into the lower gears, the revs just go up immensely quick. And the problem keeping the power down. Looks like we might be slightly pulling away from that 787B. Which is good for us in a way, because that way we can build a lead, keep away from him. And we can keep away from that Toyota. The Toyota should pit at the end of lap 7. Mazda 787B round lap 12-13. Oh, that's the XJ220 at the end of lap 6. Still a good 2 seconds ahead of him. Just like this tight corner, just make it tricky. So build up your speed and you'll slow down again. See, just built my speed up, I'm gonna slow down again. That Toyota's dropped way too far back now. I don't think that Toyota's going to be a problem. Of course, I think the issue with it, it's too big of a car. Huge. Like I said, lap 7. Okay. wasn't the only one to hit that wall. The 787B did as well. So it's having problems now, which is good for me. So we got a good bit of a challenge for like 7 laps. Still probably got a bit more left if that 787B does catch up. Nah, I think that 787B's tyres are weared out a little bit more. So I don't think we're going to have much competition from him now. So, looks like we're not going to have much competition. And Mazda's like anywhere between 4 and 5 seconds behind us. It still has to pit yet. But Toyota is no competition on this track. And that's probably still going to pit again. And you've obviously you've got the fight between the J220, the Escalante, and the GT40 as well. That's just done right back now. But the 787B race car was dropped. So, here's one for you guys. Race cars. I mean, your favourite race cars from obviously the GT series. I mean, what were your favourite race cars to drive? What were your worst race cars to drive? I mean, it could be anything. I mean, they could have been too slow, or their handling was just not working correctly for you overall. But yeah, let me know what your favourites and your worst race cars were. I mean, it'd be good to know what other people use. I mean, obviously with the drive at the moment I'm doing, I got used to 787 race car. Not my favourite in the race. Not my favourite race car. I mean, I'd much prefer if I could get the R390, but so far we haven't got the R390. I do like the R390, it is fast. I think it's one of the fastest in the game as well, actually. Fastest than number 3. I think it's the fastest race car in number 3. Not the fastest car overall. I mean, if you tuned up the Dodge Viper GTS up, that can get over 400 kilometers an hour. I mean, might have to use something like that eventually, but hopefully not, because that cost a fortune. Oh, the Esperante's pitted again. At the end of lap 10 for him, because I'm going to overlap him. So he's now on lap 11 and now on lap 12. 787B has gone into the pits at the end of lap 11. It'll come back out in second as well because the Toyota is just too far behind. And that Toyota has actually got a pit again yet. Not sure when it's going to go in, but I know it's got a pit again. That worked out quite well actually. I thought I knackered that corner up then. These tight corners, so tight. It's unbelievable how tight somebody's going to try. I mean, of course you've got tight corners in some courses, but that's what rally's for, right? Start sliding around those corners. Oh, we ain't got rally events left. Any rally events left to do because I did them all first. All the rally events first with that Subaru Impreza prototype rally car. Did all the rally events first. And then we moved on to beginner league. And then it was amateur after that. And now professional. I have endurance league left to do still. I mean, I think I've got a fair few events left in it yet. But I've still got my endurances to do. If you guys would like to see me do all laps on the endurances, I can do. Or if you just want me to do the laps off camera and just show you like the last couple. I mean, up to you. You guys let me know, yeah? I mean, as soon as we figure it out, what I'm going to do, or and what you guys would like me to do, we can sort of come up with a plan then. I mean, nobody's going to want to sit there for, I know I've got a few parts for hours, but no one's just going to want to sit there for hours watching one track, right? I mean, it's bad enough watching some of these, I believe. Some of these tracks can last half hour. I mean, this track alone, look at it, 23 minutes so far. I've still got like 14 and 15 to do yet. There goes the J220 again. So we're at 12 for him. Let's see where we go from here. Yeah. So yeah, as we go through, we'll get all these tracks finished up. Close to that magical 100%. I think so. You can get in racing games. I don't think you can get any more than 100%, to be honest. And I think to get 100% complete, you have to get all first place trophies as well. The 100% complete. I think anyway. I'm not 100% sure on that. We shall find out at the end. So I think first place trophies on all tracks individually. So I've got to come back and do Seattle and test course when I've got faster vehicles. Well, not necessarily for Seattle, that was just bad luck they all hit me. But yeah, obviously with test course, that's going to have to be a faster vehicle. Oh, the GT40 is going in. Very rarely you see the GT40 going. I think the next car that I would be coming up to if I had the chance would be the Toyota. If I had a fair few more laps, I'd probably have a chance of taking it, to be honest. Giving it over a lap behind. A lap behind. Yeah. Obviously, I need a few more laps if I was going to do it. Come on, you little car. The other Mazda 787B is 35 seconds behind. But never mind that. Last lap. Flooring it down the straight. We clock finish at 320 kilometers an hour. And even the air, I can't drive the car. I'll see you on the next track, guys. Track 9. Grand Valley Speedway reverse. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the only Gran Turismo that has this track backwards in sunset or sunrise, whichever way it is. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but I think it's the only Gran Turismo that has this track this way. Let's see the 787 being. Looks like the Toyota's going to be the big winner on this one. By the looks of it, it's already in first place. Not driving very well. It's gone off course already. Maybe it ought to take some driving lessons. I think. Don't you knock me off the road? I can do that myself. So I'll just follow it. Yeah. Great one, Games Geek. Just follow it, yeah. There we go. Come on, it's not very nice of you at all. That's it, you go off-road. Makes it a lot easier for me. So by the looks of it, it looks like that we've got, well, obviously the Toyota ahead of us, 787B, the Jaguar, the Esperante, and the GT40 behind us. I think it'll be the 787B that's the closest counter to me in the Toyota, obviously, with it being a fast vehicle. Not that I'm saying that the others aren't fast, they just don't build the speed up as quickly. Come on, game, just stick to the track. Stick to the track. Stick to the track. Toyota's already 4 seconds behind. But I think its tyres may have warmed up. And obviously more power for this straight than me. Definitely going to go, of course, there more times than I want to. Sorry about the bit of a jump there, guys, but my phone was ringing, so I stopped the video and I've just restarted it again. Do apologise, but nothing has changed. I mean, it's still same position. No cars have pitted yet. Obviously, it's only lap 3. So all we've got to do now is just keep going, and hopefully that we can build more of a lead on this Toyota. Because my tyres have warmed up quite quickly on this track. So, in the event if we do need to pit, we've got a bit of a lead on this Toyota. It might not be the Toyota I need to worry about. It could be the other 787B race car, but I'm not sure how far he is behind. There we go. Looks like we've got a nice lead on that Toyota now. Oh yeah, 14 seconds. And obviously it's still got a pit yet. So what if we're thinking that the Toyota is 14 seconds behind? Mazda 787B race car is probably about 20. I do apologise for another break in the recording, guys. Somebody else somebody was at the door, so I had to stop the recording. But yes, our tyres are now fully warmed up as it's lap 5. A Jaguar J220 pit. I assume the Esperante, yeah. And the GT40 race car is going to go for it. So yeah, we've got no problem winning this track. I mean, it all depends on, to be honest, the battle more is between the GT40, the Esperante, and the Jag XJ220. Them are the ones that keep switching positions. Yeah, the Esperante's got a bigger top speed. The Jaguar gets its speed quicker. And the GT40, I believe, is a better handler. So it's a bit of hard to tell actually which one's going to do the best out of the three, to be honest. That's the Toyota. "25 seconds, that 787B race car is behind me. Yeah, that Toyota's only just got out of the pits. That GT40 was on the same straight as it. I'm telling you now, if that GT40 doesn't have any merit these next few laps, it very well could overtake the Toyota by the time it pits again. Very well could overtake. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. And so far, everybody's on lap 6. I'm on lap 7, as you can tell, obviously. And we'll hopefully we'll get to see if anybody else makes a mockery of the track. Hopefully not the GT40. I'd like the GT40 to not make a mockery for a change. But we shall see. 31.222 seconds behind that 787B is. Can we get better? Can we get a better lap time than lap 4? Here we go. Here we go. Wow. We're literally pelting it there, guys. Lap 8. It's only been 12.5 minutes on the track. Yeah. Who's this? It's the Esperanto, and I'll give it a friendly nudge. Give it a friendly nudge. 45 seconds behind. Wow. At this rate, it's still got a pit yet. I might be able to have a chance of overlapping the 787B. Oh, end of lap 8, the 787B pits. Toyota 56. Jaguar. Past the Jaguar now. Next car on the list. GT40 race car. That time's just going to keep on increasing, by the way. That's the GT40 passed. I'm going to take the GT40. Lost some time there. Well, GT40 is going in the pits anyway. I just wonder, is that Master 787B going to pit again, do we think? I'm not so sure it will do, but it might. There we go, Toyota. Might be on to overlap the Toyota. It's not going to help itself. It's just going to get overlapped if it keeps going off road. Especially onto sand traps, they slow you down immensely. It's up with the computers. They're not doing this track very well at all. Going off road. Even when their tyres are fresh. That Toyota had fresh tyres on, they still went off the road. I get they need time to warm up first, but with the way the Toyota gets its grip and eats them up quick enough, it should be alright. There will be no need for the Toyota to go off road. Oh yeah, I forgot. As soon as you're a lap ahead of all the opponents, you one lap ahead, it doesn't tell you how far behind they are. It doesn't bother. It does not bother. Who's that sat in the pits? I didn't read it. I was too busy concentrating on my driving. That's the Jaguar. So the Esperante and the Jag. Well, the Esperante is mainly 2 laps behind, and is 1 lap behind the 787B and Toyota. So there you go. Even the faster CPU cars have overtaken the slower ones. Not that they're slow. It's just the way the tyres degrade, what tyres they put on the cars. Obviously, I mean, if you're going to choose super soft, they're going to last a couple of laps at most. There we go, there's the Jag. Come on, let's see if we can overlap the Jaguar twice. Yeah, we've overlapped the Jag twice. Welcome to track 10, the last track, Tokyo R246. Nice high-speed track. Ooh, a nice long straight for that Toyota to build speed up. I like pure tarmac tracks as well because it makes you work a little bit harder with your tyres. Because there's no way you can go off road. Yeah, I'll just hug that corner because I'll only end up getting pushed into that corner anyway. Right, Toyota is going to build its speed. Nah, that Toyota is definitely got the power. This is definitely going to be a pit regime track. Gonna have to work it out with the pits. Oh, that's me. I do apologise. Come on. Oh, I didn't expect that to work that well. I'll do that again on the next lap. Whip it round. Just gonna try and catch this Toyota now. I know it's technically cheating going using the corners and stuff. But I don't want to give myself too much of too many tracks to come back and do with a quicker car. At least this lead isn't huge. It looks huge, but it's probably only about 8 seconds. 6 seconds. I wonder what kind of car I'm going to win. So I know it's different depending on the amount of points you get. And it's also different depending on where you press the X button. Which I'm not going to do because I haven't done that on any of the others so far. No point in pressing the X button on anything. Ooh. It's only been 5 laps. And he's gone for the pits already. That's not good. For him. And obviously the 787B race car isn't going to be able to keep up with me because of all the little techniques around the corners and do, which is you could technically use if you were struggling. It's not cheating, technically. I mean, cars don't get damaged in Gran Turismo. You can drive like a maniac and get away with it near enough. It's not like Forza where you've got to be careful where you drive and where you hit because you damage your vehicle. But yes, I was quite surprised that Toyota pitted only after 5 laps. Start doing the track a bit more proper now. Shouldn't really have to worry now. It's only around 787B, but as soon as that pits, I don't need to worry. That's the Jag, I think. Yeah, it's a Jaguar. Jaguar's at the back. No, that's a surprise. I didn't think the Jag would be at the back. Don't use me to get around the corner. That's just not very nice at all. Let's just use the corner now just to fly back the Jag. There's the GT40. that means this one is the Esperante. Yes, the Esperante. So yes, we've overlapped Jaguar J220, the GT40, and the Esperante. The next one we'd be looking at overlapping, which ain't gonna happen, would be Toyota. Just not gonna happen now. I mean, my car's quick, but it ain't that quick. So I'm only 18 seconds ahead, and to be honest, that was the Toyota again. So obviously the 787B is going to be pitting. Seven eight seven B. Yeah. There we go. Only a few more laps left of this championships, guys and girls. And then I've got to think when to come back. I mean, probably gonna have to wait until we get, I don't know, maybe the Toyota or the R390 come back and do these tracks that I've failed. Seattle and test course. Obvious for test course because the Toyota had too much power. And Seattle all because my car got sandwiched to the wall. Got sandwiched to the wall. Most people would obviously play with the camera in that mode. I mean, I don't mind this mode too much. I much prefer showing the car mode though. That way, you ain't just looking at boring road on every track. 'Cause as you can tell, looking at the car is far better. I mainly use the other mode when I'm on professional. Because it gets a bit difficult on professional. I mean, on the other modes, I can do intermediate and, well, I can do rally, intermediate, amateur, beginner leagues. I can do all them in this mode fine with no problems. As soon as I hit professional, it gets difficult. And I mean, endurance isn't that difficult as long as you take the right car with you. Endurance isn't that hard. Endurance just takes a long time because of the tracks and the lap times and the number of laps you have to do. But that's the only problem with endurance. And that's the laps that ask you to do on some of these tracks. I still got to do the Formula League GT, which I think is the endurance laps for each track, except Super Speedway. I think that's the only one that's not in it. And I've got a Polyphony Digital Cup to do yet. With a high-powered car that's stock and not race car. I'm not sure what I'm going to be using for that. It's going to be fast, lightweight, and easy to handle. Now I'm thinking the Jaguar XJ220 for that cut, but I might see if there's something else slightly better. Because I really don't want to be putting multiple cars in my garage. Like for example, if I bought like for winning multiple cars, like balances are pretty common to come by. The evolutions, the rally one, especially that Rally 6 car. I think I've got 2 of them, and I think I've got 2 prototype rally cars as well. I know I've got 2 prototype and Pretzels. But I don't know if I've got 2 type of rally proto evolutions. We can have a look afterwards. Oh, you just dipped me into the tile. Thanks a lot. It's not going to do me any good now, is it? Here we go. About to clock on to the last lap of this championship. There we go. We just play that nice and easy. Worked out nicely. Nice and easy. Nice and steady as we go. There we go, last straight. There we go, guys. 10 tracks. Done. Fortunately, we lost 2 because we got second on them. Which is fine. So there you go, final standings. GT1 race car, 787B, XJ220 race car, Esperante GTR, GT40 race car. A healthy 50,000 credits to my money, which I very rarely have spent much of so far recently. We get another 400,000. 3.5 million. Alright then, let's just let this roll, see what we get. So we got the Subaru Impreza. All that work just for a Subaru Impreza. Typical. Next is, oh god, Italian Avant-Garde. Italian Avant-Garde. Zonda. 30 grand for top prize. Let's go get a Zonda. A Pagani Zonda. $388. 543. And we'll tune this up as well, so I'll buy it ready for, you know, the Italian Avant-Garde, and then the next video we can get straight into the Italian Avant-Garde. Clutch triple. Flywheel racing. Transmission. LSD. Limited slip. Transmission, in case I need to buy it. Engine and exhaust. 580. $967. Oh. 1002. 1042 brake horsepower. Crikey, it's going to launch. Suspension and brakes. I'm going to have to buy the semi-racing. Really good for customizations. Sports brakes, buy those. And we'll have the balance control. Tires. Racing tires. Super hard.
There's some ROMs. You cannot install this. You can. Looks like it's as light as it can go there. Okay. So let's check out that baby. Let's check out the sweet car. Yeah, see, look, that Subaru below it. It's only got 310 horsepower. It's pointless. Pagani. So there we go. So specs. 1,042 brake horsepower. Weighs just over 1,000 kilos. Aspiration time, no. Right then, so that's ready for the Italian avant-garde. So I'll see you on the next video, where we shall be ready in Rome circuit, ready to race. What I'm hoping isn't going to be too bad of vehicles. I've only tuned up the Zone to C12S. Of course, I've got a funny feeling that the other cars will be tuned. Shall see you in the next video, guys.